Untuk di hari ini kita ada Pak Kadek Suarjana atau biasa dipanggil Pak Kadek Pepeng ya, sebagai all hands speaker kita, inspirational speaker kita. Oke, kita clap dulu untuk Pak Kadek Pepeng. Oke, lanjut aja. Aku mau share screen dulu. Langsung ke inspirational speaker kita. Wait. Oke. Share screen saya terlihat jelas, teman-teman. Does my share screen looks good? Looks clear? Oke. Thank you. Teman-teman semua atas konfirmasinya. Oke. Selamat pagi, Pak Kadek Pepeng. Pak, masih muted, Pak. Masih belum terdengar. Mungkin bisa dipencet dulu tombol mic-nya.
Halo, selamat pagi.
Ya, oke. Selamat pagi, Pak Kadek.
Ya,
Gimana kabarnya, Pak Kadek?
Baik, alhamdulillah.
Terlihat sangat segar. Semangat pagi, Pak Kadek.
Ya, tapi cuaca terus hujan dari pagi, semua jadi kacau.
Ya, semoga itu operasional tetap berjalan lancar dan sehat-sehat semua untuk
sementara dan baik-baik aman terkendali, itu aja. Terima kasih.
Oke. Kita lanjut aja ya, Pak Kadek.
Ya.
Ke slide pertama. Oke, bagi teman-teman yang mungkin belum pernah ketemu ataupun belum tahu siapa Pak Kadek itu, jadi Pak Kadek itu adalah property partner kita. Jadi beliau itu property partner dari Zumera yang berada di Uluwatu, dan ini adalah sneak peek dari propertinya Pak Kadek di Zumera. And the property value is sekitar 413,79 USD. And ada fun fact yang aku dengar dari Erika mengenai Pak Kadek, yaitu Pak Kadek mendesain properti Zumera ini sendiri tanpa arsitek. Bisa diceritakan nggak Pak Kadek? Kenapa memilih untuk mendesain ini sendiri dan apa sih background-nya Pak Kadek sehingga bisa mendesain properti ini sendiri, Pak Kadek?
Oke, masalah properti desain itu memang awalnya kami memiliki salah satu seorang kontraktor dan di mana dalam perjalanan baru 10% proyek itu mengalami kegagalan dan jadinya saya tidak masuk di dalam kerjaan gini saya. Terus saya pecat. Jadi habis itu saya langsung dengan koreksi dengan insting saya sendiri, terutama dari bagian bentuk bangunan. Kami melihat-lihat di Google itu meniru dengan gaya-gaya yang seperti saat ini sedang ngetren gitulah. Itu.
Saya lihatnya seperti kayak Mediterranean ya Pak ya?
Ya mirip-mirip begitu. Itu juga ada yang bilang mirip gaya Belanda gitu.
Ya, sebenarnya saya lihat propertinya Pak Kadek ini cukup berbeda dari desain-desain gesos yang ada di Bali pada umumnya, jadi terlihat lebih mewah, lebih lebih appealing dari properti-properti yang gesos-gesos lain yang ada di Bali. Terima kasih Pak Kadek Pepeng atas introduction-nya. Kita lanjut ke pertanyaan pertama, Pak Kadek. Sebagai partner yang sudah bergabung dengan Bukit Vista, itu apa sih yang menjadi pertimbangan Pak Kadek memilih Bukit Vista sebagai partner untuk pengelolaan Zumera dan apa yang membuat Bukit Vista itu berbeda dari property management yang lain, Pak Kadek?
Oke, dari pertimbangan kenapa Zumera Hill bergabung dengan Bukit Vista, tentunya dari pengalaman awalnya sih karena saya dan Bu Wayan itu kenal dulu sebelum awalnya ada pembicaraan tentang Bukit Vista gini gitu untuk pertimbangan dan perbedaan Bukit Vista dengan yang lain itu kami tidak begitu, hanya yang saya tahu anggaplah baru Bukit Vista, dan di mana Zumera tentunya ini baru launching di tahun ini dan barulah mengikuti masa-masa yang agak sulit untuk menaikkan posisinya gitu. Jadi saya pastikan bermitra dengan Bukit Vista, saya rasa lebih efisien, nyaman dan tidak ribet, intinya begitu.
Oke, terima kasih Pak Kadek. Jadi awalnya itu memang kenal dengan Ibu Wayana terlebih
Ya,
dahulu, jadi ada relasi dengan Ibu Wayana dan
saling bicara, ya sudah terkenal dari dulu.
Jadi lebih nyaman dan lebih percaya
Ya.
untuk bergabung dengan Bukit Vista.
Yeah,
Oke, shout out to Mbak Wayana yang punya relasi cukup banyak dengan properti owner di Bali sehingga dapat membangun trust dengan para owner yang ada di Bali sehingga mampu dan ingin bergabung dengan Bukit Vista seperti itu.
Yeah.
Oke, terima kasih Pak Kadek Pepeng untuk pertanyaan pertama. Saya lanjut ke pertanyaan kedua.
Yeah.
Oke, sejak bergabung atau mulai kerjasama dengan Bukit Vista di Agustus 2024, apa sih Pak pencapaian atau kemajuan terbesar yang telah Bapak lihat pada Zumera Hill?
Pencapaian yang terbesar dari apa nih ya? Dari bookingan yang masuk ya,
ya.
Saya sangat terkejut juga mungkin di bulan-bulan kemarin ada full 1 bulan, melebihi batas seperti yang diperjanjikan Erika waktu dalam kontrak juga, ya melebihi sampai melampaui lah ada batas pencapaiannya. Nah itu saya sangat kagumi dengan Bukit Vista juga itu.
Oke.
Dan di saat low season seperti saat ini juga ada apa namanya, tetap terisi lah tamu yang datang in house itu. Saya bandingkan dengan yang lain, teman-teman saya masih ada yang kosong beberapa kamar gitu.
Oke,
Ya.
jadi bergabung dengan Bukit Vista itu sangat ini Pak ya, cukup terlihat improvementnya dari segi booking dan baik di low season atau saat high season kemarin ya.
Ya, intinya dia tuh bisa memanage jadinya antara high dan low seasonnya itu, dan saya baru juga menyadarinya kemarin karena saya juga sempat melakukan kenapa sih harga kamar ini diturunin sampai serendah itu. Saya juga sempat komen seperti itu di komennya, tapi setelah mengetahui penjelasan dari salah satu tim, oh ternyata begini ini yang membuatnya gitu.
Oke, jadi kepercayaan yang dibangun oleh tim Bukit Vista itu sangat membantu untuk kepercayaan diri Pak Kadek dalam mengelola di Zumera ini Pak ya.
Ya.
Oke. Kalau masalah mengenai komplimen tamu Pak, apa sih komplimen ataupun pujian dari tamu yang sering Pak Kadek dapatkan selama mengelola Zumera ini Pak?
Komplimen di saat ada, ya kami di Zumera, di saat umpamanya ada tamu yang mengalami di properti terutamanya problem di dalam kamar, ya, itu kami dari Zumera selalu memberikan komplimen seperti free untuk segala minuman yang diambil, dan juga kayak kemarin itu ada yang minta ya tuh anniversary, kami belikan kue dan itu kami tidak input biaya apapun.
Oke, jadi untuk inspire Dilet untuk menyenangkan tamu dari Zumera Hill selalu berusaha ya Pak ya, sebaik mungkin
Ya,
untuk selalu
ya.
mem
Walaupun ada di saat-saat sekarang ini ada kamar yang masih belum bisa saya benerin, ada kebocorannya yang memang tapi kami bisa mengatasinya dengan menahan dulu air biar tidak masuk ke kamar. Andai kata itu ada yang celah yang sedikit tetes-tetesan, nah di sana kami gimana caranya membuat tamu itu biar tidak memberikan review yang tidak bagus di intinya gitu, dan berikan dia komplimen apapun gitu.
ya betul sekali Pak, usaha dari tim Zumera Hill juga sebenarnya tercermin ya dari review yang ada di Airbnb juga Pak ya.
Ya,
Oke, terima kasih Pak KDPW. Kita lanjut ke pertanyaan ketiga Pak.
ya.
Oke, dalam kondisi pasar yang saat ini sedang penuh tantangan ini Pak, bisa Pak Kadek jelaskan mengenai bagaimana sih kemitraan dengan Bukit Vista itu membantu dalam stabilisasi peningkatan kinerja dari Zumera Hill?
Dalam kondisi pasar yang ya banyak bersaing lah intinya di Uluwatu. Persaingan saat ini nah kami menyerahkan intinya penuh kepada Bukit Vista dengan mengelola itu baik untuk gasnya itu kami menyerahkan ke Bukit Vista langsung dan kami mempercayainya itu dengan sepenuh hati gitu. Nah nantinya baik itu nanti dari segi harga yang sudah direncanakan di Bukit Vista itu kami selalu menyetujui, dan dalam hal kami di Zumera juga merasa sangat terbantu dengan tim yang ada di saat kami mengalami kesulitan dalam di properti juga. Nah intinya untuk stabilitas tadi itu saya kembali kepada kepercayaan Vista itu aja intinya.
Oke, ya. Terima kasih Pak Kadek telah menjawab pertanyaan. Jadi kepercayaan adalah kunci
Ya,
yang
kunci.
apa untuk menjaga stabilisasi dan kinerja properti kita, Pak ya.
Ya.
Oke, terima kasih Pak Kadek.
Oke.
Karena pertanyaan dari saya ini sudah habis, ini mungkin saya akan lempar ke teman-teman dulu. Dari teman-teman
Ya.
rekan-rekan Bukit Vista, adakah yang ingin bertanya kepada Pak Kadek? Oh, Rehan, floor is yours.
Halo.
Halo Pak Kadek, selamat
Ya.
pagi Pak.
Ya.
Pak, pertama mungkin saya mewakili teman-teman mau mengucapkan makasih Pak ya, udah ngebaca Bivigo dan info-info terkait dengan newsletter. Mungkin kami ngasih tahu terkait dengan penurunan harga dan info-info terkait dengan keadaan di pasar gitu Pak. Dan kami memang berterima kasih karena Pak Kadek udah memberi komentar gitu Pak ya, memberi komentar, paham, dan itu hal yang kami sangat syukuri gitu Pak. Nah sekarang mungkin pertanyaan saya gini Pak, dari Pak Kadek kan mungkin bisa dibilang sering ngecek Bivigo Pak. Kiranya ada nggak Pak tema-tema tertentu atau tema-tema yang menarik yang ingin Pak Kadek dengar dari kita, agar kita itu bisa share banyak, bisa kasih tahu banyak dan infoin banyak terkait dengan apa yang di market ataupun di apa ya, di segala hal tentang properti ini Pak.
Ini tentang aplikasi Bivigo ya?
Bisa info apapun Pak. Nah itu saya pengen mungkin info dari Bapak seperti apa Pak, gitu Pak. Makasih.
Saya rasa untuk di aplikasi di Bivigo itu sementara sudah cukup, cuman satu yang gini, apa namanya? Saya tahu di saat tim lagi sedang bekerja itu kan ada jamnya. Nah, setelah itu kan kami di Bivigo pasti kalau ada keluhan dari properti itu yang membalas tuh anggaplah apa namanya aplikasi gitu, dan sering mendapat. Nah, cuman di saat kita tim lagi off bekerja, nah itu kami ada emergency, apakah itu kami bisa melakukan telepon secara langsung dengan salah satu partner yang ada di Bukit Vista. Nah, sementara dari kemarin sudah sih saya lakukan. Nah, mungkin saya dianggap tidak mengikuti alur atau prosedur dari peraturan dari Bivigo, tidak melalui Bivigo dulu. Nah, itu saya minta maaf, dan saya kayak Kayla kemarin saya sempat call secara langsung juga masalah karena emergency gitu. Nah, kalau mencantumkan di Bivigo, kami merasa agak terlambat dan dapat penanganan dan penjelasan solusi mana yang kami akan lakukan gitu intinya. Oke, itu aja sih yang untuk aplikasi Bivigo-nya.
Oke. Kalau misalnya ini Pak, kalau untuk terkait info lain yang ingin Bapak dengar dari kita, apakah ada Pak? Mungkin terkait dengan ada pengumuman terkait dengan penurunan harga gitu kan? Atau
Ya.
dari kita biasanya juga share, sekarang pasar sedang ada turbulensi pasar seperti itu Pak. Apakah ada Pak yang ingin juga didengarkan Pak?
Ya, kalau memang saya juga inginlah mengetahui di saat penurunan penaikan itu kalau bisa diinfokan juga. Saya sih tidak terlalu tidak setiap hari on time di aplikasi, tidak, karena ada staff saya itu yang polinya yang handle itu. Tapi di saat ada penurunan pasar, kenaikan itu mestinya kami perlulah mengetahui kalau bisa.
Ya Pak. Kami akan usahakan bisa. Oke. Terima kasih, gitu aja. Terima kasih, saya kembalikan ke Mas Hafiz. Thank you Pak.
Okay, thank you Rehan for your question and Pak Kadek for the answering the question from Rehan ya. Okay, anybody wants to ask to Pak Kadek selain Rehan? No? Something 1, 2, 3.
Satu lagi bisa saya.
Boleh Pak.
Ya, itu Erika. Halo. Kemarin saya sih minta gini, andai kata ada tamu yang ingin melakukan booking di Zumera itu kami minta list secara untuk biar menaruh di meja tuh ada kira-kira biar dia tuh bisa scan.
Ya, barcode ya Pak ya.
Sudah barcode ya.
Oke, bisa Pak. Itu Pak, nanti bisa dibantu kita Pak.
Halo Mr. Jing, how are you?
Hey, halo Kadek Peter, apa kabar? Good to see you. Senang bahagia ada sempat Kadek di depan semua perusahaan bisa berbicara. So good to see you. Yeah. Saya sedang di Jogja sekarang. Kita mencari tim di sini untuk we help you with the competition in the market turbulence ya. Kita cari orang yang pintar bisa membantu dengan teknologi yang bisa prediksi dan forecast di masa depan. Okay? So yeah, we're working hard. Yeah, selalu kerja keras. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so nobody wants to ask question anymore to Pak Kadek. Okay, kalau gitu bisa saya conclude, bisa saya cukupkan untuk sesi inspirational speaker kali ini. Terima kasih Pak Kadek sudah bisa hadir.
Semuanya ya. Terima kasih, saya juga mau ada acara.
Oke.
Thank you.
Oke.
Pak,
terima kasih sudah hadir. Kadek.
Ya,
terima kasih Pak Kadek. Sehat selalu Pak.
Sehat
selalu.
Terima kasih Pak Kadek.
Okay. Thank you Pak Kadek. Okay. See you partner. Okay. All right. Hafiz, should I jump into the next section here?
Yes, sir. Floor is yours.
Okay. Fantastic. All right, for those of you who might be surprised to see me, I'm in Jogja right now, and I finished the 2025 SHM, the shareholder meeting here with all the shareholders of Bukit Vista, and we're very happy to announce that we have some good plans for how we're going to achieve goals. Okay, so just quickly, I love being in Jogja. By the way, I thought you guys should know that this is the first home I've ever owned in my entire life. Although I generally am not a big possession person, I do like this house. This is I think this is it's got good energy here. I love the community here. I love that many of the senior leaders that actually rose to positions of leadership here came from Jogja as well. And I love the fact that when we were in need of a place to find a new home for our business, we came to Jogja, and the community here was very supportive and actually took us in. So that was amazing. For the future, the universities and the very conducive learning environment here, I think is a really good impetus for building great organizations. And I do see a lot of promise being here. So it's great to be in Jogja. And thank you, Gani, over there for making sure the base was at least decent until we found that little termite nest under the Chongla outside. Yeah, that was a funny moment there. Yeah. All right. Let me update all the folks who work here on some of the results of the shareholder meeting. I hope this will have impact. It will have power, and we can all appreciate where we're going in this year. So I'd like to just state again for the shareholders and employees, we'd like to keep the goal of our revenue. I know it's more and more hard to attain, but I want this to happen. I want us to fix what we can fix inside the company first before we start placing our attention and focus on things that we cannot fix. Okay. So we're still keeping the revenue goal of 3.5 billion, the 5-star percentage at 85%. We want a partner brand current goal of 370,000. We will reward 6x individual bonuses if the company achieves the targets, and that's measured from last October to this March. And once again, these are just the standard promises that we intend to fulfill if we reach the targets. Now, let's talk about the good news and the bad news. So there's some, I think, really good news. Okay, so we had the shareholder meeting on Saturday here, and we made some new commitments. So this is it. Okay, so the result of essentially a shareholder meeting is who do we decide to invest in? And in this conclusion, we decided that we need two things. We need really good upper management culture, and we need that across the entire company. Okay. So what that means is this. I like to remind everybody what good upper management culture is. And I'll refer back to the LPT, which has never changed ever since we created it. So it's working very, very well. But this is what essentially we expect from roles that are in upper management. We expect that the service we provide to folks like Kadek are perfect. Okay, we expect that they should come to an all hands happy, talk about what's going really well, praise Bukit Vista, praise everyone who works here and says, I would sign a 100-year contract and leave my property to my grandchildren, but just have you guys manage it. That's how great you guys are. Okay, that's service effectiveness. That's thinking about long term. The great upper managers are only concerned with the overall output and the overall input. The overall output is, can we get more revenue? Can we get more 5-star reviews? Can we reduce the brand churn? The overall input is everything that we do with our time. Okay. So if we use our time correctly, then we are using our inputs correctly. If we're using our delegates' time correctly, we're using our inputs correctly. Whenever we waste time, whenever we lose time, whenever we're inefficient with time, upper management is not happening. And that's one of the main reasons why goals are not being reached. Now, on the management layer, what do we expect from upper managers? We expect upper managers are managing people's behaviors, not necessarily their skills, not necessarily anything. We're expecting upper managers to manage their behaviors. We expect the upper managers are looking at, does this person actually act with courage? Does this person act actually in the best interest of the company? Are they following the core values? Do they believe in the mission and vision? Upper managers need to think about how they actually put their faith into people who are actually on brand, on task, on mission, on value, and invest more in our team that does that and less in pieces of the team and parts of the team that are not doing so. So that's important. Upper managers are also in charge of resources. I'll give you an example of a resource. If you have computers sitting around and not using them as an upper manager, maybe that's a good time to think about how to upgrade, let's say, the machines of people on your team so that they can be more effective. If you have a person working on your team and they are highly skilled, but they're not doing anything effectively with their time, that's also resource management. If you have, let's say, a particular system already that's been built, and you go out and you rebuild a system that basically has the same function, that's terrible upper management. That's a waste of time and resources. And as an effect to every employee here, that's what happens when we don't reach our semester targets. That's what happens when bonuses drop. A lot of it is due to a waste in upper management, in resource management that has not gone correctly. And resources that are not managed correctly ultimately should be felt by the entire company. All right. Upper managers are managing people. We want upper managers to manage essentially the design of a role by creating the role, identifying who is the best fit for that role. They need to understand that every particular talent has limitations. Nobody is perfect, and they have opportunities. Everyone can be a hero too, or let's say rise to the challenge. So the placement of the role revolves around correct delegation, but also correct evaluations. We know that people change over time, and an upper manager should take that as a given. An upper manager should expect that people will either grow up or grow down over time, and the evaluations are meant to keep the person in that job, in that role, level and balanced. And an upper manager should think about load balancing. An upper manager should actually understand whether or not the delegate is actually balanced in their particular capabilities. If they are going to give this person more load, they need to express why. Is it to develop new experience? Is it to develop new skill? It cannot be a misunderstanding that essentially we are overloading people with work that they cannot do. All right. Scheduling and work pace is a great tool to understand if this is being done correctly. And I expect that upper managers will indulge in this particular understanding. Reward and enforcement follows as such. As an example of upper management, if you guys have ever done a push-up or a squat for being late for a meeting, that's because I invented that as an upper manager, because we all work remote. And as a result of remote work, sometimes there's remote loafing around, not doing anything. So we said that in order not to waste everybody's time waiting for a late attendee, the late attendee should pay in the form of a physical punishment to say an apology to everybody else for being late to the meeting. Yeah. So today I'm late for a meeting. How many push-ups should I do for Con?
You'll eat for 5.
5. Okay. So I'll demonstrate upper management by having expectations of my own upper management. So I'll do 5 push-ups. Okay. So you guys can watch and enjoy the punishment. Okay. All right.
5 times 10 lah. Kan CEO, sir.
Okay, we'll do 5. Okay. All right. Done. All right. So that's a demonstration, but that's also a way that if you're in an upper management position, then you need to have expectations of your own behavior, also expectations of your team's behavior. Okay. And setting up collective rewards and punishments or team performance, that also was an upper management decision. And that's why we now can work together as a company. When there is a problem in the company, everyone will feel it. Everyone will feel it through a bonus cap. Everyone will also feel rewards through a semester bonus. When the company is working really good, then there will be a reward for everyone. When the company isn't working really good, everyone needs to wake up and start asking, how can they help? All right. So those are the expectations of upper managers, and hopefully everyone in the company now has a more clear understanding and can keep their upper managers also accountable. So here's what we have decided as shareholders to do. Furkan and I will be responsible for maintaining a world-class upper management culture throughout the company. We are in charge of employee culture, okay? We expect Bayu, Gunny, and Marcel and Bella to be our effective delegates. They will essentially be also part of what keeps the upper management in this company world-class. We need new upper management culture. We need new upper management culture in design thinking, public relations, and data science, specifically these 3 areas. These 3 areas are critical in order for us to be able to scale the company and reach larger and larger targets and rewarding more and more of our employees with the fastest career acceleration. Why? Because without design thinking, we will constantly be building products that essentially are not a product user fit. We will then have to then go back and rebuild them again and then reschedule them and deploy. And it's just so wasteful. It is not a good process. We need to actively get, like the way we're seeing today, our users to talk to us. We need to actively, like Rayhan just did earlier, listen to our users, and this listening needs to effectively be implemented in our services. Yeah. So this is design thinking, PR. We can't actually speak about ourselves without other people talking about us as well. As you can see, Kadek is very happy. He is an advocate. We need more people like that and give them gigantic microphones in front of the world to witness and testify that Bukit Vista is awesome. That is good PR. Without good PR, we will always be speaking in our own voice, and then the credibility of what we're saying is then 50-50. So we need to accelerate this and actually get this up to speed. We need data science, and I mean data science by not computer engineers, not data engineers. We need people who are scientific about their approach to the various challenges that we face and think about how to use data, how to use knowledge, how to use AI to solve these particular problems. If we can solve these problems, then we can upgrade everybody's jobs over here. If you want to stay with the company, we expect at some point you should be functioning at a knowledge management level. Execution work and stuff and supervision is great, but as you can all see who work here at Bukit Vista, at a certain point, every role here probably will find some need to be automated, including my own role as well. So just be prepared with that mindset that if you do remain with the company, you should expect to accelerate your career and get paid more. Or if you remain in the same job after about 6 months or a year, that role has a high risk of not being available anymore, okay? So please move forward. Forward is the only direction that is safe. If you stay back, then that is an unsafe direction. So Gani and I will lead in design thinking. Bill and I will lead in data science. Gani and Furkan will work on public relations, and we expect Bayu, Nadia, and Marcel to be supporting delegates. Nadia, congratulations. You're one of the newest shareholders of Bukit Vista. All the shareholders unanimously agreed that you're essential to the success of the company. Okay. All right. For anybody who has not been chosen or elected to be a shareholder, the way it works is very simple. Just be absolutely essential to the company. Okay? That's how we choose shareholders. If you're absolutely essential to the company, that essentially nobody could replace what you're doing because you're so far ahead, because you care so much about what's happening here, because you really, really want to see the mission and the vision through, then our upper managers are obligated to notice your particular performance and bring it to the attention of all the other shareholders. I would be disappointed if there was somebody who was doing really, really well and we couldn't see them, all right? As another reason, this is another reason why I personally also look at employee journals to see the activity and see if there's any potentials for acceleration. Now, being a shareholder should not feel like, oh, I'm not a shareholder, am I not valuable to the company? No. The idea of shareholders is shareholders should be the primary people responsible for increasing the value of the company. So the value of the company depends upon a core group of people who will think every day in their sleep, when they're awake, all the time about how to increase the value of the company. As the company becomes more valuable, everybody who works here should be essentially seeing that value through greater amounts of responsibility and also greater amounts of reward. Hopefully that makes sense, okay? So if you're not a shareholder, okay, work hard, work to the best interest of Bukit Vista, and this company is still very small, still very visible, so it shouldn't be too hard to see somebody who is actually really, really committed. Okay, all right, that's the end. The main reason we're off target, and we agreed with this at the shareholder meeting, is that there's a lack of alignment. This lack of alignment between bonus and performance is the very situation we are trying to fix with improving the upper management culture. When we have strong alignment between performance, upper management culture, and the way we reward people, we will have strong culture. Next, once again, market turbulence is actually good for Bukit Vista. You can see right there. Kadek feels grateful now that it's a very chaotic situation and there is somebody who is actually helping him navigate through the market turbulence. This is a good thing, and this can be used to our brand advantage too as well. Next, my leadership commitment. So this is mostly a repeat, but just as a reminder for everybody who works at the company, we forgot about liability and this concept of liability in the previous semester, and it hurt some of our goals, even though we reached the overall goal, but it made it very, very last minute. I suggest we really relearn that and incorporate that as part of our thinking, especially in operations, so that we do not expand our liability without expanding reward. Next, the missing concept this semester is having expectations. We realize that a lot of senior leaders here are unguided by expectations. And when they're unguided by expectations, people do whatever they want. And when people do whatever they want, they deliver a result, then the senior leader is somewhat forced to actually accept that because, well, they didn't have expectations in the first place. We want to stop that from now. We notice that the way to create value is to set expectations, keep expectations, and commit to expectations. Okay, so this is how leadership is done. This is a unchangeable fact of leadership anywhere. Leaders that don't have expectations are not truly leaders at all. So as a result, this is what I see. The company does depend on everyone. That means every single person here that's listening to my voice right now to support and grow the brand. Senior leaders are not failing anymore. They are relearning to supervise and guide strategy for their teams. And I appreciate the morning commitments that I see every morning with the leaders coming in to do the monthly strategic milestones. This is good. And the most capable senior leaders have been now rewarded to promote great leadership culture, as I just announced earlier. So we are, as a company, committed to build stronger leadership so that everybody here has a better chance of success and a better chance of realizing that success by attaining the semester targets and bonus. Now, I have no more tolerance for poor quality failure. I need to set that expectation clear. If you're working here, you should be essentially given the best onboarding. You should be given the best training. You're given the best tools in the world. You're given the best culture that we can find all throughout the entire country. So there should be no more poor quality performance. If you can't do something, ask for the resource to do it. Okay, be proactive, but don't just fail to do something. Have us find out and then eventually hand you a termination letter. Okay, that is never a happy moment. Ask for resources if you need resources, but I will not expect any more poor quality failures. I will expect managers and leaders to have expectations. I will expect that it's not just coming from me, but it's coming from all the senior leaders that we're rewarding right now and also committing to do better leadership. I will want no more cultural drift. I will want no more things getting not the Bukit Vista way anymore. No contract drift, no infrastructure drift. We're going to commit and get this thing done correctly. Now, anyone that is laid off, demoted, their share, salary, and benefits will go to the employees. They're actively helping us achieve the company goals. And we've already done that this particular shareholder meeting and continuously throughout each shift management. This is the critical thing that I need everyone to listen to because this will make impact on March 4th, okay? Which is the end of our deadline for the semester goal. I expect that you're either part of the solution or not part of the solution. If you're part of the solution, then please be on an MSM, okay? If it's impossible to find your contribution on an MSM, then you might not be part of the solution. You might just be part of the group of people who are sitting there and passively doing your work and hoping nobody notices that you haven't really been working where it matters, okay? You might be hiding to see if I don't get my work respected, then maybe I'll just keep on getting a bonus that I don't really deserve, okay? So let's not have that kind of culture. That culture is weak. That culture is passive. That culture has no honor and does not belong at Bukit Vista. If you want to help, you want to earn a bonus, step up, start looking at the MSMs, ask your leaders, are you on an MSM? And if they say no, then you should insist, why not? I do strategic work here, and here's what I do, okay? So everybody's work is in some way or the other, should be strategic if you apply the correct effort at the right time. You just need to be guided on what that effort is and what the timing should be, and you should rely on your leadership to know. If this particular thing does not happen, no communication happens between senior leaders and people doing execution and stuff, then it's really, really broken. And I have no more tolerance for that at all. Okay. All right. So the company has invested. The company has committed. The company is ready to move forward. Now it's up to each and every person here at the All Hands to decide for themselves, is this the place you want to be? I assume yes, since I hear no disputes. So we will continue. Okay. The core value this month, never settled. The core value last month was be transparent, but sorry, I think I forgot to update this particular core value. I probably would choose Mr. Furqan, VP of E&C, rise to the challenge as my new core value, okay? All right, I'm done speaking. I think I've said this enough times, so it should just be clear. Now is the time to actually act, and my actions will align with my speech, which if you guys have been noticing, I do that pretty well right now. What I say is in line with what I am prepared to do as a leader, and I suggest all leaders do the same too as well. Okay, that's it. All right, Vinny, over to you.
Just a quick question just now.
Yes, sir. Ask me anything.
Yeah, just a quick question. I noticed that in the LPD table, the upper management is to the left of visionary. Is that the new stage or?
No. Okay, thank you for asking. The reason I moved it here was so that when I visually
The
present
surface,
this
yeah.
video, you got it right. So
Just to
normally
clarify.
it's yes. It's normally it's like this, okay. But when I presented it just earlier, I didn't want people to actually see. I'm thinking about user interface, right, Vidi? Because if they don't see what the row is, then they would get confused, and also it's a lack of focus. But you are correct, Vidi. Visionary is above upper management because the wrong vision, even with the right management, leads to catastrophic results. Excellent. Vidi, hey, congratulations, Vidi. I want to give you a hand because I hope in the future this can happen. This is a big, big ask, but I know Indonesian culture, we generally don't do this, but this is a big ask. When I was in Silicon Valley, most all hands meetings was a CEO ask me anything. Does that make sense? So the CEO stands in front of the company, and then the employees of the company ask the CEO, why is this not working? Why did you promise us this and this isn't happening? What happened to this particular thing that I thought we were going to do? I'm not getting paid anything after 3 years, and I still have done the job. You know, it was like an inquisition, right? Yes. Okay. So Vidi, maybe we can eventually move to that culture. That would be super strong upper management culture. And you have taken the first step to bring us there. Thank you. All right, that's it. Let me hand it back over to the leaders of today's all hands.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Jing. I will be taking over as the moderator. So, Mas Hafiz, maybe you can help me in sharing the screen again for our hospitality target achievements. Okay, hospitality and refugee target. Okay. All right. Okay. Yes, the screen is visible now. Okay, everyone. Now we will be looking at the hospitality and revenue targets, semester performance. I'll be delivering instead of Kilo. So maybe first of all, I would like to ask, does anyone know this property? It's our brandy new launch property. Okay, anyone who knows, you can drop it off in the comments. Sunset Ashram. Okay. I believe ops team as well as the property testers are familiar, obviously. Okay, yes, this is Sunset Ashram located in Ubud, and it's one of our high value property that's just onboarded. And yeah, hopefully all goes well with the operations later. Okay, maybe you can move on to the next slide, Mas Hafiz. As always, for the semester 6 target, the revenue target will be $6.5 million. Hospitality target is at 85% 5-star ratings, and brand target maximum of budget is $370,000 in value. Maybe next. Okay, next for the hospitality target and achievements, we'll be looking at each of the category. First of all is the accuracy. We have a decrease actually, 1.2% in accuracy. Maybe next. Okay, as for the check-in, it's stagnant, which is well, kind of a neutral news. Next. Okay, next up is the cleanliness, actually decreased by 0.1%, along with the accuracy previously. Next up is the communication, actually increased by 0.2. Congrats to the Gaia team as well as the exception handlers, obviously. Next up is the location. Sadly, along with the accuracy, it's also decreasing 0.1 for the location. Okay, last but not least is the value. The value has an increase in 0.2%. Congratulations to the RM team. The next slide. All right. So overall, we are still quite off to the semester achievements, which is 85%. We are currently at 82.5%.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, let me actually
Sure.
add some context so that we have a little bit of understanding too as well. Here's how I feel about these. Would you guys know how I feel about this? Yeah, I'll announce quickly how this makes me feel. Okay, let's go back to value first. Okay, I'm proud. This is good. All right. So those of you who've been working on revenue management and essentially doing price training, this is great. We're dealing in market turbulence, and one of the most strategic things we can do in a market turbulence situation is to provide better value. That is a great long-term thing. Okay. So the people who are losing during a period of, let's say, market turbulence are the ones that are setting their prices too high. Nobody's choosing them. So this part is good. This will enable essentially future bookings to flow. Let's go over to cleanliness. Cleanliness, not too impressed because this is low season right now, right? So low season, we should expect to see, okay, all right, we have fewer guests, so why can't we keep the places as clean? I'm fully aware that there is a lot of rain and there's a lot of chaos happening over in traffic and everything, but also I think with strategic prioritization, we can probably find where the low cleanliness scores are happening and then think about how to actually address it. We already have systems for that, okay? I do appreciate that right now we're having the wettest weather I've ever seen in Bali, and that's actually causing a lot of mold. It's causing a lot of these particular issues. But if we have the correct knowledge management, I think we can actually use, let's say, good AI practices, good things, put all this in a prompt, and can probably get a really good solution on how to solve it. Okay. All right. That's and of course everything else is the standard stuff. Okay, but this is how I feel about it. Okay, continue, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for your input. Yeah, definitely. Our expectation would be for at least the cleanliness as well to be
Yeah.
at least stagnant or like increasing due to the low guests.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. And maybe next to the next slide. Yeah, so we have attached here some of the sample reviews as some of the, I would say, like extreme negative reviews that we have to get this week that may have contributed to the decrease in the score. First of all, it's from Cactus actually, which in this review by Shu Yashu, it's highlighting the cleanliness issues in the guest house. With this, we would me and my team is also taking actions to enforce the partners to increase the cleanliness, obviously due to the the bad weather we've been having lately. But also to the right, there's Drill Beast Village, a review by Alexandra. She rated the score 1 out of 5 amongst all of the categories. This is due to misexpectation actually. I would say it's mainly highlighting the accuracy issues because the guests told us about misexpectation in the listing because she expect the property to be peaceful, but it's actually near to the road. But it's also kind of like a oversight from the guest because she didn't read that part in the listing. So from this, I would take that we can enforce more partners, but also take a look at the listing if we provide accurate information, especially regarding noise, which can be an issue for many guests. Okay, maybe next onto the next slide, Ms. Hafiz. Right. On the hospitality performance insight for the last week. For the impact analysis and Airbnb improvement strategies, the key problems and fixes would be, first of all, accuracy. Mainly the cause is hidden construction noise details, missing amenities, and the fix would be constantly updating Airbnb descriptions upfront, clarifying environmental factors, and setting realistic guest expectations. This would be in coordination between the marketing team, content team, and as well as the ops team from GS. Up next is the cleanliness. The cause would mainly be humidity due to the rain, odors, dirty bathroom, and poor ventilation. The fix would be enforcing strict housekeeping SOPs and scheduling arrival inspections from GS and improving ventilation and maintenance. For the strategic Airbnb improvements, expand listing to improve the accuracy, highlighting any noise, surroundings, and missing amenities upfront. Quality control, conducting pre-checking inspections to ensure cleanliness and promised amenities from ops team GS. And lastly, the guest satisfaction, improving complaint handling and set clear compensation policies to prevent disputes. Our next step should be listing updates, stricter cleaning protocols, and proactive guest issue management from the ops team. Okay, maybe we can move to the next slide, Mas. Right, for the revenue target and achievements, I would like to hand the floor to Rafutan.
Okay, thank you very much, Kasara. Good morning, everyone. So I would like to announce our current progress at revenue target achievement for this semester. We are at 2.253 million USD. This is an increase by 54,000 USD compared to last week. However, looking at the time and also the progression, it most likely the trend is we won't be hitting the target yet. However, let's do our best to make sure that we can, of course, receive the revenue target achievement at 3.5 million USD. We still have around 48 days to achieve it at this moment. And moving on to the next slide, which is the update on the partner stability target achievement. We just yesterday officially has offboarded the Casa Karuna, which is increasing the budget for partner churn by 39,000 USD, and now our current progress for partner churn budget is at 290,000 USD, which is now still on the safe budget because we have the maximum offboard on contract value is at 370,000 USD. So yeah, that's basically the report for the semester target achievement. Because the time is limited, let me directly take over the announcement of our company team target achievement. So Mas Hafiz, please kindly move over into the specific all hands page. Thank you very much, Mas Hafiz. So let's proceed. How is our performance on entering the second week of the February? So we have announced the February target on the last all hands, and let's read the three metrics that we have in February. The first one, the achievement on our revenue target at 291 and 995 USD. Yeah, let's round it up into 292 USD, accounting around 77.24% of the progress. Onto the hospitality metrics, which is 5-star percentage, we are at 81%, around at 95% of the progress completion. And the brand target, which we just have announced it earlier, we have a 39,000 USD partner churn budget recorded due to offboarding of Casa Karuna, which directly increases the progression into the 70.6% of the maximum partner churn budget at February, which is at 56,000 USD. So what are our opportunities in February? In February, we managed to have 56% occupancy so far, 8% expired dates, 3% maintenance, and also 2% owner usage. We have 31 nights available to sell to achieve the OK target. So that is the report from me and also Kasara earlier. And now, Kasara, back to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Rafa. Mas Hafiz, maybe we can move on to the weekly mission inspiration. All right. Okay. As for the hospitality innovations that positively transform our guests, yeah, this one is from me. After some time, there's no updates from guest side. I would like to announce that we've successfully converted long-term guest booking with the value of more than 170 million rupiah of this year. So yeah, We actually first received this inquiry from CM, handed over to guest teams. We decided to give it a chance and assist with the booking, because usually we give the guests, like Airbnb links. And until we discovered that this guest is actually already our guest, it's they booked Villa Arinde, also long term. And the guest, after further discussion, was interested in a long-term stay in the Pendem guest house in Dingin. And currently they're in-house. They're already starting their reservation from the 2nd of February, initially until March, but then they extended until the 19th of October. And so, like, with the quick and smooth communication via AS3, we managed to inspire the guests, and assisting the reservation process hassle-free for the guests. And yeah, their booking value is 176 million rupiah. Okay, that would be from me. Maybe for the next up is the hospitality innovations that positively transform our partners. First of all, from Mas Rehan.
Yes, I want to share about the AMA or Ask Me Anything session 2 distribution. We distribute the knowledge from AMA, which was held last week, and we have produced 3 videos for our private community, especially for our property owners. And also we distributed through 3 newsletters that we have distributed and share via Bivigo. Thank you, Sarah.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, let's keep up the AMS session. I think that's very good and strategic as well. Next up is Kak Nadia.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. So this is pretty much a continuation from Rehan. So from the newsletter that we've sent through our partner, through the Bivigo Action newsletter, it has resulted in driven some engagement actually on Bivigo comment section, and we've seen some partners commenting and also giving their opinion and also feedback. So yeah, thank you. Back to you, Sarah.
Thank you, Nadia. I hope we can continue the discussion, because as we can see, many partners are interested to discuss more. Okay, maybe next up to the hospitality innovations that positively transform our employees. Okay, there's none. Maybe we can move on to the technology innovation.
Kasara, sorry, I need to cut you off because the time is actually already up, but we have several important announcements, which is one of them is our weekly mission inspiration from tech. So let's extend it by maximum 10 minutes. And as the all hands admin, I need the presenter and on engineering team to be prepared for their demo session to make sure that there is no to minimize the disruption that is happening. So yes. So back to you, Kasar, as the moderator.
Okay, thank you very much for the notification, Kak. Okay, maybe next up to Coffee.
Okay, I'll share my screen directly. Yeah. So in the first one is enable shift operator to view the comments really quickly. So if we see here, this is what they need to do previously to check the comments after the deployment. So basically just open the first newsletter, look at the comments. If not there, then they check the other newsletter. They check the other newsletter, see the comment, not there, then check again, and so on and so forth. That will be very tiring. So we need a solution that is quick but effective, given that we have also other priority. So with 50 minutes, we can actually make this query in Data Vista. You just press refresh, and it's running. And then loading result done. You can see that there's no new comment, for example. So this actually helps a lot in the shift. We chose this solution before going to more advanced solution because first resource that will be taken for this is very small but effective. But then if there's a higher traffic, it's going to be very difficult to use this. It's not scalable, and we will move on with a more advanced feature. So this is one of the example of how you can pick a solution that is suitable at the right time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Kovidi, for the update on the newsletter. Maybe next up we move on to Kak Ali.
Okay, thank you, Sarah. Good morning. I would like to announce two updates from AI engineering team. So first, for the first, I would like to announce about ion improvement. This improvement is to creating manual automation generation for notification about pricing adjustment. So if the RM team to adjusting the pricing for the specific property, so Thea will be triggered to generate three things newsletter. Some like to informing new lowest price. For the second is informing new minimum price, and the last is the new highest price last minute booking. For the example, this is the final price adjustment from the marketing RM team. If we click the OK, this newsletter will be sending to bigger. This is will be so in here will be automatically published to the owner, and actually maybe will be sound like this ya in the Bivigo. Are you see in the
No.
yeah, for the notification you can see in the bigger, and the preview some like this in the Bivigo. Yeah, some like this. Okay, for the second announcement, we would like to announce about new TEA skill for checking supervisor availability. So if TEA previously TEA don't have ability to checking the supervisor ability for maybe some messages that need to be direct handled by supervisor, maybe this message. This is a real-time example, and this is waited some too long. And for the sample, we maybe like this. I have some testing in the my number, and Thea can informing the Kayla availability for as the supervisor for Thea. Maybe that's all for me.
Okay, I think there's a little.
Back
I
to
think.
Sarah. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kak Ali. I think the connection is quite bad, but thank you for the update on Ion especially. Yeah. Okay, maybe next up we can move on to okay Kak Ali again actually.
I go, right?
Oh, okay.
I have announcement tadi.
Yeah. Okay, the floor is yours.
Okay. Let me share my screen. Yeah. Okay. Okay, good morning, everyone. Today I like to share an update on the action feature in Bivigo. This feature is designed to help partners stay informed with important insight and update in real time. Over the past week, we've worked on several improvements to make it even more efficient and accessible. Let's take a look at the update action feature. The first is improvement is in the layout. We've structured the content to make it clearer and easier to read, following the format used in bigger font. You can see. Okay. Previously, action use created ad which sometimes cause content to appear outdated. Now we use publish ad, ensure the updates are displayed in a more relevant and real-time manner. And another major improvement is performance. Yeah, thanks to backend optimization, loading times is now significantly reduced to an average of 0.2 seconds. This means user can access updates almost instantly, improving efficiency. And the last one is previously action was limited to certain roles. Now it is accessible to owners, managers, and staff, ensuring that everyone can stay informed and alignment. Yeah. Okay. And the next is I like to share an update on the property ranking feature in Bifigo. This feature helps partners track their property's performance in more structured and insightful. Yeah. Let's explore the update property ranking feature and how it improves the user experience. Previously, property ranking was located on the dashboard page. However, as the dashboard has now shifted to focus on action, we've moved property ranking to my property page for better accessibility. The ranking cards now have a fresh modern look, making it easier to understand property performance at a glance. Yeah. Its card now display a clear ranking score using both letter grades and icons, giving a more intuitive understanding of how properties are performing. Okay. Improve. Previously, revenue tracking was not clear, making it hard to tell whether a property was performing well. Now we've introduced visual indicator for on-track and off-track status, along with a chart that gives better insight into revenue trends. We have also improved how the layout is now more structured, making it easier for partners to find key information glance. Okay, with these updates, property ranking is now more intuitive, visually engaging, and accessible for all users. We believe this improvement will help partners monitor performance more effectively and make better decisions to optimize their properties. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Maybe this for me.
May I step in? That's amazing. That's really amazing. I'm amazed at two things. One, the features, and that's the collective work of all the engineering team. That's amazing. The other thing that's actually amazing is I remember Ega when he was an intern here couldn't speak English. And now, yeah, he's able to speak English very, very well, actually. So congratulations. Thank you. Yeah, that's double amazing. Okay. All right. Well done. And it was really easy to understand your presentation, Ega. Yeah, very easy. Thank you.
Okay.
Rising to the challenge.
Thank you very much, Mr. James, for your input, and thank you for Ega for demonstrating the updates on Viva, especially on the layouts of the rankings as well as optimizations. And yeah, great to see your growth as well. All right, that would be all for the weekly inspiration. Maybe we can move on to the promotions. Will be demonstrated by Tupon.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, we actually have one announcement about the promotion and also new employees. But in this particular case, it's a promotion. So I would like to announce that Dea, our public relation part-time, now is promoted. Previously expected to work on the execution level, now is working at the sub-supervision level. So this is an amazing journey, and also the announcement that we all need to cherish. So there has been, I think, since if we are counting from her internship period, she has been working here like for 1 year. So it is a time for her to step up the game and just hit all those amazing PR initiatives that we will plan. So yeah, that's my announcement. So once again, congratulations, Dea, for your promotion. And As we are actually already 2 minutes over from the agreed extension time, so let's just close this all hands. Thank you very much everyone for coming. For the rest of the sessions will be read by next week's all hands.
Okay, thank
very
you.
much for
Thank you
coming.
very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Have a nice day.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
everyone. Have a nice day.